Media mogul Rupert Murdoch announced that he is stepping down as chairman of News Corp and Fox Corporation.
The company says the 92-year-old Australian will wrap his career in November and will become chairman emeritus as his son Lachlan takes over the family business. Murdoch's son released a statement saying, quote, "We thank him for his vision, his pioneering spirit, his steadfast determination, and the enduring legacy he leaves to the companies he founded and countless people he has impacted." How different is his son? Do we just have seconds? What can we expect? How different are they?
Lachlan Murdoch, I think, is being set up by his father to succeed, and we'll see whether his siblings vote to keep him on after Murdoch totally leaves the scene. But, you know, Lachlan is at once a genial figure, but much less engaged emotionally and much less ambitious than his father. It's hard to see how the empire could survive in quite the same way.
I wish him well and really think that he has an incredible legacy for the impact that he's had on this country. And I think that I hope that one day when I am his age, I will be, and maybe all of us can hope the same thing, be as sharp and on top of his game as he has been, advanced in his years. He's one of the examples that actually reminds us not to draw blanket statements about somebody being too old to do anything.
Rupert Murdoch, the media magnate who built an unmatched global media empire over 7 decades from a single newspaper he inherited in his native Australia, announced on Thursday that he would step down. But before we start the video, please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next uploaded video. Let's start. I have been engaged daily with news and ideas, and that will not change, Murdoch wrote in a memo to employees at Fox News, The Wall Street Journal, and the many other properties that make up his 2 corporations, Fox Corporation and News Corporation. The time is right for me to take on different roles. Murdoch's career has been marked by a singular drive for business success, an eagerness to have sway over elections and policies, and the repeated eruption of scandals. Fox News, which he founded in 1996, has played an increasingly prominent role in his profits, his influence, and his crises. In his note to staff, Murdoch, 92, took a shot at unnamed elites, saying they have open contempt for those who are not members of their rarefied class, and said most of the rest of the media was in cahoots with those elites. His elder son Lachlan Murdoch, who has been leading the companies with him, will become the sole chairman of both Fox Corporation, the broadcast arm of the family's holdings, and News Corporation, which encompasses newspapers and book publishing. Rupert Murdoch will become chairman emeritus. The changes will take effect in November, when the 2 companies, together worth about $26.5 billion, have their shareholder meetings. While they are publicly traded, Murdoch is considered to control more than 40% of their voting shares. Bloomberg estimates his fortune at more than $8.2 billion. Through outlets he acquired and others he founded, Rupert Murdoch ultimately dominated journalism and politics in Australia, the UK, and the US. Outside the US, he leveraged his outlets to support politicians from the center-left to the far right. In this country, his sway is almost entirely limited to the Republican Party. Though Murdoch built his fortune initially on populist tabloids, he bought prestige newspapers such as the Journal and the Times of London to reach elites who forged policy and set consensus. He also created the Australian in 1964, that country's only national daily. That high-low approach, and his willingness to boost favored politicians, gave him entree to top leaders in Australia and the UK. Those seeking office would fly thousands of miles to court him. He did not have the same level of access in the US, except when former President Donald Trump, whom Murdoch privately disparaged, was in office. Over the decades, Murdoch courted controversy with salacious coverage in his tabloids, appealing to readers' fears of crime and immigration and aerobic appetite for sex scandals. Yet the bare-knuckled approach often led to periodic scandals in his own properties. Murdoch's Sun tabloid relied on anonymous police sources to blame soccer hooligans for a deadly stampede after a stadium collapse. In fact, The police's own poor disaster response was found to be responsible. News Corporation later paid hundreds of millions of dollars after it came to light that people acting on its behalf had hacked into the mobile phones, voicemails and emails. The Murdochs closed down one of its tabloids, News of the World, and abandoned hope of taking full control of Sky, a major British satellite television outfit in which it held a significant stake. In the U.S., Fox News paid 9 figures to resolve a growing wave of sexual harassment accusations against then Fox News chairman and CEO Roger Ailes, among others. It later paid millions of dollars to the family of a slain Democratic National Committee staffer whom it baselessly claimed had leaked thousands of party emails that had actually been hacked during the 2016 campaign by the Russian government. Yet nothing matched the debacle after the 2020 presidential election. Murdoch's role in allowing Fox News stars to embrace discredited claims of fraud in that race came into sharp view during a defamation suit filed against the network and Fox Corporation. The company settled for $787.5 million this spring, just before opening arguments in the trial were to begin. Dominion Voting Systems, the plaintiff, planned to make Murdoch one of the first witnesses to testify before the jury. Despite Murdoch's contempt for Trump, Fox amplified his baseless claims of having been cheated out of victory. Documents from that legal case show network leaders were desperate to win back viewers, angry that Fox News journalists had projected Trump would lose Arizona on election night. Once Murdoch dies, the fate of his family's trust will be determined by Lachlan and 3 of his siblings. James has signaled his desire to take over the companies and chart a different course, publicly condemning the family's outlets for their coverage of 2020 elections and climate change. The intentions of their sisters Elizabeth and Prudence, whether to choose between the brothers, seek the hiring of a chief executive, or force a sale of many or all of their remaining holdings, are not clear. But now, as we know in a memo, the 92-year-old Murdoch cited the need for change, though he remains engaged in news and ideas. His son, Lachlan Murdoch, will take over as the sole chairman of Fox Corporation and News Corporation, valued at around $26.5 billion, with this change effective after November's shareholder meetings. Throughout his career, Rupert Murdoch wielded significant influence in Australia, the UK, and the US, with a penchant for supporting politicians and dominating both tabloid and prestigious journalism. However, his tenure was marred by various scandals, including phone hacking and sexual harassment allegations. The future of Murdoch's family trust will be determined by Lachlan and his siblings, with some expressing a desire for a different direction in the media landscape. And there you have it. If you find this video informative, so please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next uploaded video. And we see you in the next video.